Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Velma from Scooby Doo. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay. Old Velma. Old sweater wearing Velma. That's going to be the nice thing about this one is she's going to be kind of blocky. Well, not blocky, but she's going to be mostly cloth. Really, that's really the whole trick to her. I just got to get the positioning down because I've got her in kind of one of those running, not scared, but surprise kind of positions. And it's going to be neat because this is going to be a little different from what we normally do. So we get to practice a different position, and that's pretty awesome. Because the one thing you always want to do is kind of break out of your comfort zone and do something a little bit different. But that also means I have to draw different. You know, I have to get her in this pose and make it look convincing, and B, do it, you know. I think that'll work right there. Yeah, not bad. And I'm obviously I'm doing the old school Velma, like from the old show, not from the TV show, not from Scoob, not from the movies they made. I love those movies. Those are so funny. I talked about this in one of the other ones that my favorite scene was the old Melvin Doo scene. That makes me laugh every single time. Okay. Alright, let's see. So, that looks pretty good for her legs. Let me get the upper torso right. And again, it's mostly sweater, but I do have her in a different position. So I've got to get this part right too. But again, you know, that gives me a chance to do something a little bit different. And first things first, make those hands small. Man, I'm always bad at that. I always do gigantic fingers or gigantic hands for tiny people. I think that'll work. Maybe I'm going a little too far. I'm drawing like a new hand style when I should be, you know, playing it safe. If something else is different, why not everything needs to be completely different, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I'm going for it. You know, I'm making a whole bunch of different changes on this one. I guess not changes, just attempts. That's the word I'm looking for. There we go. I like it. Okay. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to make her more of a plump girl. You know, everybody has their own body shape. And Velma has hers, and, you know, we're going to celebrate that. So, you know, it is what it is. Alright, that may be a little short for the dress, now that I think about it. Let me extend it out just a little bit. I just realized that. That's pretty high on her booty there. So I'm going to extend it out just a little bit, bring it down, and then, yeah, because you know what? I've got it almost like a waist seam, because there's the bottom part, and then there's the sweater, you know? I had it almost like it was, if it was a belt, but it's not. It's a lot lower. There we go. Something like that. All right. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ooh, let me finish up the rest of her. I'm all excited to get going because that worked out. But I need to finish up the other parts of her, right? Okay, so... I'm very excited. You know what it is? I'm super excited about her sweater because it's creases and folds is what it is. You know I love my creases and folds. Any chance to draw more creases and folds is just that's A+ for me. Okay, for this hand we're just gonna just do just like that, you know, nothing crazy. I say nothing crazy, but I'm drawing it super crazy already. It's all over the place. But again, I'm just excited. This is a fun one. I mean, they're all fun, you know, all of them. But I guess also because I'm breaking the mold, I'm doing something different. That's why I'm excited about it. And hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're excited to do something a little different, right? There we go. All right, I like that. So let me just figure out something for her face real fast. And I'm gonna give her, you know, the old bobbed hair like it was in the cartoon. Because again, I'm going for more of that old one. Oops, lost my picture. So I just got to get it looking right in that position. So let me get some eyes down real fast. Then I got to draw some glasses. And then we can get going, right? That's a little high for the lips. Let me redo that. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I can live with that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I need to draw the glasses now, and then we're good to go. So sorry if I get quiet there. But her head also has a certain shape to it that I'm also trying to make sure I get. Alright, that'll work. Perfect. Okay, so let me draw those big old bulky glasses. Alright, I think that's going to work right there. Let's do it. Let's get going. Let me erase some of these lines and get us going. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm erasing my sketch lines, and what's left are the confidence lines, because as I got more confident, I pressed harder, and those lines are going to take a lot more pressure to erase. So they're going to stick around a lot longer and guide us. So if you're working with pencil, you don't have to do this. You just keep going. You just start pressing harder too. Okay, so let's welcome everybody that skipped to the Sharpie portion. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find the things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines and left myself just the confidence lines to follow on this Sharpie adventure. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen and build my way out. So I'm going to start with their eyes and work my way out. I want to do those first, and then I'll do the glasses and the hair and all that stuff. But eyes first, to make sure I've got it where I want it. So I'm going to do the top of the lids like this. Make sure I've got it level and in the right position. It looks like I do. So I'm going to draw a little bit of the retinas. And I'm going to come in and try to hit the pupil, just a little bit of a dot. That's all I can really do, because these are so tiny that I don't want to bleed into the picture. So I'm just going to come in for the bottom of the eye like that, just a little bit. I can't really do much over here because of the way it's going to bleed. And I'm going to give her just a little bit of a little cat eye makeup, something like that, just to highlight that she's got pretty eyes. But that's all I want to do, because I'm going to make the glasses, and you know, I kind of want to do the hair first because a little bit's going to be under the glasses. So let's draw a hairline. I'm going to come in here and draw, like, let's say it's going to split from the top here and come around and whoop in. And I want to do some bangs like this. And the only reason I'm doing this first is because I know how the drawing is from the sketch, and I want to make sure that I don't accidentally draw over the well, I want to make sure the bangs are over the glasses. Okay? And so, okay, I've got that, so now I can go with the rest of her. So I'm going to do the glasses, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and make them solid black. I'm not going to try to do an outline or anything. I'm just going to go straight with the shape of the glasses, like that. I'm going to make them a little thick, just to highlight that they're standing out there. And do the same thing over here on this side. So I was afraid it was going to go through the hairline, but it looks okay. It looks like we're going to be fine there. Now the top of the bangs might go into it a little bit, so there we go. See, perfect. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I didn't draw through all of them, and it would have drawn through those, so I'm glad we did this. Alright. There we go. And then I'm going to draw the edge of her hair real fast like this. Just to give myself a start-stop point, basically a stop point for the glasses is what I wanted, just like that, just to give myself that edge. Okay, so I'm going to draw the rest of her face, so I can draw a little bit of a nose, like that. Come down, let's say there's a nostril right there. There's that edge. I'm going to give her a smile. She's happy to be here. She's happy to be ghost hunting Or I guess not really ghost hunting, right? Because they were never... Well, they did hunt ghosts. Yeah. They're solving mysteries. That's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to open her mouth a little bit like this. That gives me room for a bottom lip. And that also means I can give her a little bit of a top lip like this. So that's more lipstick than I expected to do, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to draw her cheekbone like this because, again, she's smiling. Down to her chin like this. And I'm going to start to thicken up this edge just a little bit because, like I said, when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference. And I want to prepare for that, basically is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to do something a little tricky here. So I'm going to draw her hair like this. I'm going to come back over. And the reason I'm doing this first is because now I want to draw the, what do you call it? The turtleneck, but I want it to be, no, I guess I want it to be, her chin to be over. I'm sorry. I'm doing it backwards. I want her chin to be over the turtleneck. I was going to tuck it in just a little bit, but I think it would look better if it was over. Alright, there we go. So now I can draw the turtleneck coming under her chin, like this, like that. And actually I need to switch over to the big Sharpie before I get started with that. So I need to stop that. I'm going to finish up her hair real fast. So if we got it coming from like the center, that's why I just wanted to draw the top first, and then I can build my way out. Because you also got to think of, as much as you want to draw like a helmet or, you know, just one solid piece like the cartoons do, it's got to come from somewhere. You know, your hair grows out of the top of your head, and so the way it's pointing is going to be growing from some direction, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Alright, so there we go. Alright, good. Let's go. Let's switch. So now, lots of creases and folds. Woo! This is going to be fun. Because she's wearing a big old bulky sweater, I'm going to draw a lot of creases and folds in this thing. Alright. Maybe we'll do something like this. A couple will get started. So I've got her in a like turned position. So this arm is going to come over and do this. And again, I'm preparing for those creases and folds. So I'm going to be drawing some wonky little shapes here. This is going to be her forearm into the sleeve. Oops, I lost my picture. There we go. I have a digital picture that I'm looking at. Nothing like what we're actually drawing, but it helps me with the details to remember, like, hey, don't forget this, don't forget that. There's a cuff right here. You know, little stuff like that. It just helps me to remember that there's a lot of detail in old Velma. All right. Okay, so I've got, since I'm over here, let's go ahead and do it. I'm drawing the hands in a very specific position. I'm going a little different here, so I'm going to have this one kind of up. And then the fingers are going to be all bent. Okay? So we're going for a different position. We're going for something a little crazier than what we normally do, so just letting you know that's why we're kind of out there, you know, having a little more fun, you know. A little more dangerous, trying something different. But like I said before, you gotta try something different every now and then. You gotta try different stuff so you can grow, you know? Eat your vegetables, that kind of thing. Alright, so there we go, there's that hand, and this one's going to come out this way. There's the crook of the arm to the cuff that we did there, down to the elbow, down to her breasts right there. Okay, so this one we're just going to stick out this way. Again, nothing special on this one, we're just going to draw a hand out. Oof, that thumb should have been a little more pointy. Again, it's hard to draw with big Sharpies like this, pretty little hands. So, you know, every now and then you're gonna have some oddities. That's the best way to say it. See, that kind of bled together. That's okay. That's all right. You get the point. You know where we are. Okay, again, pull that cuff. Alright, so now, okay, so her breasts are right here. Just wanted to determine that line real fast before I lost it. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw her skirt. It's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to come down here. We're going to give her a chest. Like that. Then it's going to bend in. For her skirt. And for her skirt, I'm going to do it with that Sharpie, but I'm going to outline it first. So, I've got her twisted and bent. And there's her hips. The skirt. And I've already got a sketch, so I can kind of follow the little indentions and highlights that I already designed. Okay? So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and do this. Let me add some creases and folds. Her waist is kind of bent, and so here I kind of did something like this just to show like the little pleated skirt that she's got, and I think this will be a nice little highlight by thinner lines like this, kind of accenting, right? Awesome. Okay, so now I just got to draw her legs, and you know, she's a little more plump, so we're drawing a little more plump leg here. Alright, so this one's forward, and this one's bick in the back. So I'm going to draw her knee like this, going down to her sock, to her ankle. I'll do the other side so you see where we are. And she's got her old style shoes, and I was talking about this in the sketch that I'm going for the old Mystery Machine Scooby Doo Gang adventure look. Like that. And again, she's got her socks, so we're going to highlight that. Give her a little bit of a knee. Let's see, there's that bone right there. Shoe. Ooh, let's do this. You can see that part since it's the back of her leg. Alright, and so this one is kind of behind all this, so all we have to do is draw the knee down to the shin, and it's pointed that way because this is this way, that one's that way, because of the positioning that we have her in. So we're almost drawing like the same kind of foot. Let me draw this part so you see where we are. It almost looks the same just because of the positioning. So we kind of get away with drawing this. But the front, I guess that's where it's going to be more, right? That's okay. Again, because we can see more of the back of her leg, I'm going to highlight like this, right? The inside of her leg right there. Okay. And again, I'm going to come in and highlight that bone right there just to accent her foot. I'm going to add that. And there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Velma from Scooby Doo. So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.